never felt this way? Have you ever been betrayed? Labeled words you just can't say. Suffered silently, wanting to be erased. There's a reason to believe again when faith is nowhere to be found. Try to find the strength to try again and stand on solid ground. You keep searching for a hero. You just want to find a friend. You just want to make a difference. Bring this battle to an end. All the words that make you stronger when you learn how to look within. 'Cause you're the hero that you're after. You are the hero, hero. You are the hero, hero. You are the hero, hero. You are the hero. Have you ever wanted peace, to feel the freedom of release? Whispered quietly, but now it's time to scream. 'Cause mercy triumphs over judgment. Light will always shine in darkness. Ooh, and you won't get the best of me. There's a reason to believe again and stand on solid ground. Yeah. You keep searching for a hero. You just want to find a friend. You just want to make a difference. Bring this battle to an end. All the words that make you stronger when you learn how to look within. 'Cause you're the hero that you're after. You are the hero, hero. You are the hero, hero. You are the hero, hero. You are the hero. Don't let them break you, take you down. You are the one who can turn this around. Yeah.
I have a bond here with Brittany. We went to the same high school.
We did.
You guys are 807.
That's right. We went to Churchill,
807
Kinsman,
representing,
that's right.
yes.
That was the tough school, Kinsman.
I'm from the 905
Yeah,
code.
you went there, we would have stuffed you in a locker and given you a wedgie.
So 807.
Right, Brittany?
Yeah.
We would have.
Where are my 905s at?
You wouldn't have
type
lasted
in the
at
comments.
Churchill. You would have had your lunch disappear every day.
Also, we're Trojans.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
All types of jokes lined up there,
I mean,
right? But we went to the same high school. How do you say that? No. Alma mater? No. How do you say that word?
Alma mater.
Alma mater?
Alma mater.
Alma
Why can't I
mater?
say-
Alma mater?
I can't get that word.
Alma mater, alligator.
I can't
Okay,
get
no.
that word out of my mouth. So you transitioned to the ED. Really cool. So obviously Anne-Marie left you in good footsteps, but you sort of get to make a mold of your own.
Yes. Yeah.
Is this your first executive director position?
It is. My background really was clinical as kind of a frontline worker. So moving into the ED role, there's definitely a learning curve and a lot less frontline work with clients. So I try to get out into the center and interact with people because it's a little bit lonelier in my office than it used to be. But no, it's been great so far.
It ain't. It's not fun being the boss sometimes. Eh? It's great. I'm Kinsman's boss. I have a lot of fun bossing around.
I'm really lucky.
He likes throwing me under the bus.
I'm really lucky to have a
Yeah.
really great staff
Yeah.
at the center, so I can't complain.
And again, you're the new center just down the street from us. We're typically, literally neighbors, 221 3rd Ave, just down the street.
Chris says, don't know if Jamie is really a Trojan with all the kids he has. Yes, yeah. When I was walking to the bank the other day, someone said, hi, Nick Cannon, to me. So there's that.
Word is getting out.
Word is getting
That's
out,
it.
yeah.
You're halfway there.
We're still waiting for
I'm
that.
halfway to Nick. Yeah.
We're waiting for that snippet party.
Yeah.
That's next on the agenda.
And Joanne said she finished high school 9 years ago. Perfect. We all finished 9 years ago.
Yes,
Same year, right?
definitely.
Same graduating class.
Well, there we go. So the Seizure and Brain Injury Center, for the few folks that don't know, if you had to explain it in a minute or two, how would you explain it to people?
Yeah, so we offer services to those affected by seizures and brain injuries in the Northeastern Ontario district. We offer some day programming for those who want to build on some of their daily living skills or just build friendships with other clients who have experienced similar things, and also help support the families through kind of the brain injury journey. And then we also do some public education as well with schools and workplaces and some seizure first aid. So we do a lot at our center, but we really rely on kind of local donors and our fundraising events like the Colored Up Run. We really rely on those things to continue offering all this really important programming to our clients.
Yeah. And the good thing is that we're starting to learn a lot more about the brain and brain injuries and how we can help people. And a big part of that is building awareness, which you folks are really centered around.
Absolutely. We actually started this month with GBK lawyers at the Sportsplex doing the Helmets on Kids campaign.
Which was a great night, by the way.
Yeah, it was great. And
lots of fun.
they had purchased 350 helmets for us to be able to give to elementary kids. So that's part of the conversation, is making sure that we prevent brain injuries from a young age. And when that's not possible, how do we support people with their brain injuries? And brain injuries...
And how they cope.
Yeah, brain injuries don't just come from aggression, or they often come from sports. They can come from intimate partner violence. They can also be caused by seizure activity and things like that. So I think we often think of just head trauma, but that's not always the case. Stroke patients also can have some similar effects. So it's actually quite a large part of the population. We probably all know someone with a brain injury or a seizure disorder.
Yep. And the really cool thing, what I love what you folks do is the networking. So people who have a family member with a brain injury, or people who suffer from seizures, epilepsy, have a brain injury themselves, there's a lot of networking opportunities for they don't feel isolated and alone. And I think that's the most awesome thing you folks do.
Absolutely. The incident rates of depression and suicide are much higher in those affected by seizure disorders and brain injuries. And so our goal is to make sure that people feel included and supported and loved and cared for in our center and also outside of our center.
Joanne had mentioned, it could come from a fall down the stairs or on the ice. Yeah,
That's right.
There's many different ways. She's absolutely right.
Slippery
Absolutely.
step, and again, you don't know when that eventful day will happen.
Absolutely.
And again, it could happen in an instant. Again, families, when it does happen, where do you go? Where do you turn? You can go to your website, get all the amazing information, informative information at sabic.ca. And what we learned, being partners with your fine organization, the Seizure and Brain Injury Center, north of Barrie, there is no center for people to come together. And
That's right. We are beginning to have, so in Sudbury and North Bay, there are brain injury associations. There are no epilepsy organizations north of Barrie. And so we don't have a lot of collaborators in the north or people that we can lean on like other organizations. So we cover quite a large geographical area, although we don't have the same population as they do down south. it's equally important to make sure that everybody has access to quality virtual and in-person programming. So we're happy to offer that.
We have a. Can you read this, Kinsman?
I can
I gave
read
you
it.
the big boy
you need
screen
you
now.
got the big boy
Well-
screen. I don't need my bifocals tonight. From Trisha. Thanks, Trisha, for this comment. She says, traumatic brain injury I got when I was getting my tonsils out at age 4, learning at age 14. That why I kept getting pulled out of class to get extra help. I
Yeah.
have a learning disability.
Yeah, it can definitely happen because of kind of for medical reasons. Some people also have acquired brain injuries because of lack of oxygen, a lot of birth-related brain injuries, and so it's definitely a bigger part of the population than I think people think. And so a big plan for the year is really making sure that we're accessing all the people in our communities who do have brain injuries. There's a lot that we're not getting to right now, and so that'll be a huge part of this year.
Now, we do have a problem to solve here, Brittany.
Oh, no.
She's like, where is this going? So Kinsman has one of these Mary Poppin bikes. He does wheelies down Pine without his
What
bicycle
Mary
helmet.
Poppin
Can you
bike?
leave this guy? No helmet after you just learned.
I
care
have
about your
helmets.
brain, Kinsman.
My boy, if you were back at the Helmets on Kids campaign, I ended up getting my boys in
Your
there.
boys,
My
yes.
boys
but
got the helmet.
Your boys are very
Yes.
intelligent boys, but when you're doing wheelies, giving me the thumbs up, I'm worried
I'm
about
not
you in
doing
that
any
basket.
wheelies. I was
If
more
you want-
concerned about my little ones.
If
Talk
you
to
want your boys to wear their helmets and protect their brains, which control every part of
they
our
need
body,
to see Papa wearing his.
they need
Yeah.
to see an
Yes.
example.
Okay.
Yes.
Kinsman's always lecturing. Now he's getting a lecture.
Yes, yes.
We're on the end of the
Ronnie
bus
likes
again
that one. Ronnie's
on a
laughing
Wednesday.
We can
of Ronnie, he
fix
picked
our
up one.
arms. Yeah.
He picked up his helmet.
That's right, that's
back
right.
on
Yeah.
that night too.
That's right. And that
Ron's
was
video bike?
that was courtesy of the Helmets
Yeah.
on Kids campaign. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna get to the tie-dyed shirts after I had the Rat Kinsman out for a second. So the main reason why you're here, well, for multiple things, is the big one. It's the color. Now let me get this right. The Color It Up run.
Yes.
I always
So
want to call it fun run.
you have called it that before,
Yes.
and that's okay. It's very fun. But I would say, so next year we're going to call it the Colored Up event. And I would say that because everyone seems to be a little bit shy about the running part. I don't run, and I still have a lot of fun at this event.
You
So
can walk,
it
you
is
can
a
log
walking,
roll.
a walking event. But yes, I'm here to discuss the Color It Up event this year. It's really exciting. We have a whole lot going on Saturday. We're happy that KINZ and KLOMP are coming to join us. What we do is everybody who registers gets a cool white t-shirt and some sunglasses, and they walk around Gillies, and our amazing sponsors get to kind of douse everybody with colored powder that's safe to
It's
breathe
safe,
in and
and
everything.
they tie dye. And I noticed at last year's, the adults get a little bit more of the dose for the
Yes.
dye, and
Well, they
and when
blasted you
the
good,
kids are
Kinsman.
walking through, they're a little bit,
Well, they blasted you good right in
Well,
the middle
they
of a
did.
comment. They got it right in his mouth. It
right
was,
in the mouth.
But
year.
listen, you're gonna have a good time. So
Yes.
It's gonna be
Brittany
fun.
and I have tie-dyed shirts on tonight.
Yes. Mr.
Did I miss
No
my memo?
Helmet.
Well, yeah,
he's
no
so
helmet.
passionate about our business. He's always promoting.
I'm
so I can't knock
always
him there.
wearing our merch, but my boys have my shirt from last year. I don't know if it's in their closet or mine. Anyhow, I couldn't find it. But I'm going to find it just in time for the weekend. But then again, I'm going to go with a blank canvas
Blank
on
canvas.
Saturday.
Yes.
And we're going to get new shirts.
Yes.
And I'll make sure,
absolutely.
you know what we're going to frame this year is we'll stick it on the wall.
Yeah.
And once you're done
in
the
our
run,
studio.
you walk around the lake, you come back really colorful, and included in registration is the t-shirt, the sunglasses, joining us for a barbecue, listening to the DJ and,
Yeah, there's
and music.
on
There's
hand.
a foam party, which I know you guys are big fans of. I
Yes.
seen last night.
Yeah, from Nadia and Climbing Fun going to be down there. She's going to have her rock wall there too.
There's a rock
Yeah.
wall. There's also great, there will be some tables with some really great gift baskets from sponsors. So for Looney, you can get a ballot for those. And they're worth quite a lot. We're very lucky to have such great sponsors this year. And face painting and a photo booth and
all sorts of stuff.
all sorts of things. We're just happy for families to come down, or even we say sometimes just like corporate groups, you know, challenge your coworkers
some corporate
to come
morale.
in.
Add some
Yeah.
morale or some different colored morale into the office.
So we're going to answer Joanne's question in a second, but Ronnie, we're going to test him, make sure he's awake. Can you please post the link to register? Ronnie will put that in the comment section.
Again, you can find it on the Seizure and Brain Injury Center Facebook page, and you were
Is
calling
that right, Brittany?
Yes,
Okay,
that's
you
right.
did get that right?
And what type of link is it? It's you said
It's right there, Kinsman.
It's right there. So
there it
it
is.
brings you to a website called Zephy. And
Zephy.
And keeping in mind that everybody who registers, all of the proceeds come back to us for programming so that we can continue offering these great services to our clients. We run programming Monday to Friday, all throughout the year, and it's really important. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year. It's really important that Timmins comes out and supports their seizure and brain injury center.
Yeah, you are really going to have an awesome time here. We had so
It's
much
fun.
fun last year.
And again, fingers crossed, weather-wise, we've been looking. It's going to be a nice sunny day.
It's the only
Saturday.
day that isn't calling for any rain. So if that's not, good news.
That's a good omen right
Yes.
there. And again, Joanne was asking, when is it? It's
Brittany's
Saturday.
just loving
I was
these cliches.
It's
Keep
this
it going.
Saturday.
I was like, if that's not good news, I'm not doing the cliche.
You're not going to do
No
the
cliches. Leave the cliches up to us.
Well,
It was
you
the best of times. Yeah.
it was the. You know that one? It was the best of
The
times.
best of times.
And the.
And the worst.
Yeah, is it okay? Can't get nothing by it.
But
yeah,
Joanne was asking when it was. It's Saturday.
Saturday.
And again, registration is at 10 with the walk, run,
Starts at 11 o'clock.
trot, 11
sharp.
o'clock. Gillies
Yeah.
Lake. And again, everybody will have some fun. We're going to be down there. And
Yeah. Walk,
be,
run,
be some fun.
crawl, just participate. You get to meet some amazing people,
Yeah.
and you bring a white T-shirt, or it's
No,
provided.
so-
or if you
with-
register, you get
Oh.
one at registration.
Well, with registration to attend the event, you get a white T-shirt as part of your registration and sunglasses. So you don't even have to bring anything.
You all set?
Bring some loonies,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well,
Bring some loonies,
Show
make
up with
some
some sort of
donations.
shirt on, and they
Yes.
get changed.
Yes.
Because if you tell us, who knows how we show up? You got to be specific with us, Brittany. Come with the T-shirt, then change into the white shirt.
You can change
Mark
into
and I
the
get
white
confused.
shirt.
Yes.
Who knows what we'll say?
Please wear clothing.
Note that down, Kinsman, in case we forget. But yeah, it is a tremendous, and all the proceeds stay here
Yeah.
to help help the center and help the local individuals that you serve. Well, the community, right? Your
The
widespread.
whole community. We do a lot of public education, and we have a lot of kids in our schools who have epilepsy and seizure disorders that are not well understood by their peers or even the staff in the schools. And so our hope is to take some of these dollars and be able to help kind of end the stigmas associated with epilepsy.
Jennifer, what's new and exciting in the world of United Way Centraide here in good old Timmins?
Well, I can tell you we always have something going on. We're always busy with whether it's our fundraising time or whether it's our supporting our social services. We're kind of at that time right now where we're supporting our local charities and our social services. Couple things that we have open right now for applications for registered charities and nonprofits. The first is called Young Leaders on Board. It's a training opportunity for young leaders anywhere from the age of 19 to 29 that are interested in being on a board, what's involved, what your responsibilities are. The training lasts several weeks, and we partner them up with a local board, so the local board also benefits from having a young person learning about their agency. The second, I should say the applications for agencies is due by the end of this month, so we're really encouraging agencies if they want to host that program to get on our website and apply for that. The other big one is our Day of Caring. So that will be on September 7th. Right now it's opened again on our website, applications for registered charities and nonprofit. To jump on our website, put in an application, tell us a project that you'd like to have done. We already have organized 20 to 30 volunteers for that day on September 7th. We want to come help your organization. Something simple as build a bookshelf, paint a wall, pack some food baskets, whatever you need, we're going to come help you that day on our Day of Caring. So again, that's September 7th. We're asking that agencies put in their application for their projects by July 7th. So hang out on our website and look for that as well.
So
Wow.
when people say the United Way, obviously they're used to that organization. Yeah. It's been around for multiple years. I don't know how long. I'm going to guess. Can I guess?
You can guess.
I did no homework on this
I'm
one.
going to say 100 years.
Oh, you copied my answer.
No, no.
Okay,
I'm-
I don't
I'm
want to go with
saying
Kinsman, but I'm going to
100
say
years.
75 years.
Do you want my history for our United Way?
Yes.
So- I have been working with United Way for 16 years.
Okay.
I started with Porcupine United Way. So that was our local Timmins United Way. We did have an amalgamation because Kirkland Lake was looking for someone to help them with their United Way. It was all volunteer driven. They needed some help. So we then became United Way Cochrane Timiskaming. As we continued this work and realized that we need to support each other in everything that we do, we amalgamated with United Way Sudbury and are now United Way Northeast Ontario. United Way Northeast Ontario has 6 districts, so Sudbury, Manitoulin, Cochrane, Timiskaming, Nipissing, and Parry Sound. My job as the regional manager for Cochrane and Timiskaming is to make sure that our area is taken care of. So when I do the fundraising efforts, I make sure what's raised local comes back local. And when I'm working with our social services and our charities, I make sure to identify our priorities. What do we need in this community and how can the dollars best be used? Didn't answer the year yet, did I?
I'm waiting to be
Okay.
yet here.
So here's the complicated part why I gave you that
All right,
history.
okay.
Oh, no.
United Way of Sudbury has been around for just over 40 years.
Okay.
Porcupine United Way was 50 years. So,
50 years.
So we've got them beat in the
Okay.
sense that we've been around
We
in
beat
our
them
area
in the United
longer.
Way department.
But how long has United Way been around?
So United Way did start in Colorado.
Okay.
It started as what was actually called United Feather, I believe.
Okay.
It was a
United
group.
Feather, look at you.
Yeah, it was a group of coal workers that worked
Yeah.
there that with some community issues and some poverty that was happening at the time, they got together as the mine and as the organization and said, we need to support our community. We want to donate back to the people that need it in our community. And that's the first United Way that was formed and went across. We are now United Way Worldwide as a part of our,
United
we have
Way.
United Way of Canada and we have United Way Worldwide.
But how long? I'm curious to be.
The last time I did that presentation, which was probably 10 years ago, I believe we were at about 80. So we're close
80.
to 90.
So I'm
win,
close.
Ken.
I'm,
You
I'm
lose
close
again.
at the 100.
You lose again, kids.
Well, here I thought because it was centré, I'm thinking cent is 100, but that's just the French way
Did
of
you
saying
translate
United
that
Way.
French word before the
My
show?
Francais
He's on
is,
Google translate everything. That
Well, my
guy.
French is horrible. You know, I've got two
That was more
French
Spanish
translators.
than
My,
it was-
my boys are both 100% bibilingual, and I haven't
Yeah.
picked up any.
That's
anything
how
from
they
them.
lip off to their dad in French, and he thinks it's a compliment. Oh, I love you too, son. Smart boys. So if you had to explain what the United Way does to someone like in a minute or two, like if you had to make a pitch, we know the United Way is very involved in assisting communities and the people of the communities, but how would you explain it to someone in 60 seconds, if you could?
So it's really people in a community helping out their own community. All the donations come from local organizations, local workplaces, and go back to local issues. So part of our work is identifying what those local issues are, where the gaps might be. We might have an agency doing something very well, so we don't need to help in that area. Or we might have an agency that does something very well but doesn't have the funding, and we can help in that area. We also, like I said, support the agencies with training and development, and once we identify those issues. So we're not only a funder, we also sometimes take it on. A great example, I'm going over my time, I know.
No, you pitch as long as you want.
You know, we identified with a bunch of social service groups here. It was the Timmins Youth Wellness Hub, Economic Development Committee, Timmins Immigration got together during COVID and said, we don't have a centralized volunteer system. We don't have a volunteer center, and many communities do. And what can we do about that, especially at the time that many seniors were kind of retiring or backing away from volunteering during that time, right, and isolating. So we did start the Volunteer Resource Center. It's been a process, but we do have, again, something to check out on our website. We now have a database where we have about 19 agencies in Timmins have their information and what their agency does, as well as their volunteer opportunities. And we do that kind of matching program. So anything we can do to support registered charities and nonprofits that are doing great work in our community, but again, all with local dollars. So that's the really important thing is you local people
Again,
helping the local.
whatever's raised
Yeah.
in Timmins stays in Timmins
Yeah.
or in the Northeast Ontario, I guess, bracket or
Exactly.
umbrella.
Yeah, because you often hear about the amazing work that you folks are doing in the communities, and you know, you're helping support other agencies who are supporting people. People supporting people. You
People
use that as a
supporting
slogan.
people.
We're mobilizing collective action.
Ooh, that's even
yeah.
That's
fancier
even
than
better.
mine.
That looks better
I was
on
going
a
to sell you my
T-shirt.
slogan, but you already got a good one.
We
now.
can make a T-shirt. People supporting
Well,
people.
Kinsman
Absolutely.
says he invented the term "pack the Mac," and he wants
I did.
15 cents every time
I
someone
did,
says
no.
it. So never say
I
that,
coined
kid.
that back in my radio
He
days,
sends
way
people-
back in the day.
Anytime someone says that, he sends them an invoice. You got to watch him. He's very. I always
That's
just
it.
say fill the Mac now. Just
There was no patent on it, so you can get away with it. You know, a funny story. The guy who invented the wheelbarrow never had a patent on it, and apparently the person who found that out put a patent on it, and now gets all the royalty for the wheelbarrow. Where the guy who invented it doesn't get a
So-
cent from it.
We're going to put a patent on patent.
Yeah,
Mac?
no, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah,
Pack
yeah,
the
yeah,
Mac.
yeah.
I don't care.
Sounds like you
you
spent
pack the Mac.
a lot of
I
time
like
on
seeing it.
Google today while I was working, right? Just a lot of time, random questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, while I was
Useless
grooming
trivia.
dogs. Did you have an animal?
You were grooming
I have a
Rookie.
couple big dogs. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they need a good bathing?
Yeah. Always. They're jumping in the lake and running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about this beautiful thing. So I have Great Danes, big dogs, obviously. They have a whole like wash bay for big dogs, and I self-washed them today. And it barely
He
makes
did
a
well.
mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Surprisingly,
Yeah.
he did well. Seeing how
Yeah.
he is, you know, especially with his older brother there, Ranger.
I'm a
He
good
got
dog owner.
along with all the other animals that were
Yeah.
in there nicely.
So the dog and they have like an open yard space where the dogs can run around. So it's pretty
I'm
amazing.
going to have to bring my.
And they're gonna start having self-service washing.
Self-service wash, yeah.
Yes, there we go.
And again, you can walk in. Walk-ins are accepted, and
Yeah.
nail trimmings. If you just need a nail trimming, go on in there.
Perfect.
Just walk in there. Can you trim my feet?
Settle
Wait, we're talking
down
about
there.
pets here.
Settle down there. Sandal season. Sandal season.
That's it.
They
You-
better already be trimmed when you come into the office. So the United Way is doing like amazing things, and you know we've had the privilege to work with you folks before. How can people get involved? Is it volunteering? Is it donating to certain causes? What's active now where people can reach out?
So both. As previously mentioned, that volunteer website, please come check it out, see what agencies need. You know, we have things happening all the time. I'll talk about our Anti-Hunger Coalition's one of our funded partners. They did a garden giveaway this Saturday, and they gave out, you know, soil and potted plants, and they use that help to get those garden kits out to the community. And that's just one example of great opportunities that we can be involved with and see the good work that our social services are doing. The other part, of course, like I said, this is the time of year that I'm doing as much as I can to partner with our agencies, see what they need, do those days of caring, you know, helping them with leadership development on their board. In September, we'll kick off our campaign. So in September is our fundraising time. Usually mid-September, we have a kickoff breakfast. We let all of our funders, partners come in and talk
Nice.
about the work that they do and the impact of a donor dollar. So we don't talk about what United Way did for them. We talk about what a United Way donor did for their agency,
Okay.
right? So they can see the impact of that on the community. And then after that breakfast, we're actively in workplaces and looking for individual donors and building that community fund. It's really your community fund. So when you're donating back to that, again, we're a large United Way, but Timmins and Cochrane District has its own community fund. So anything raised in this area goes back for impact in this
Goes
area.
right back to help, you know, something in need in our community.
You had me at breakfast.
There you go.
The
You're
minute
invited.
they said breakfast.
You're invited.
Well,
There we go.
don't,
Kids and
Well, just not
You have to
Ronnie.
get up
there.
at 7.
Well,
Oh, God,
Ronnie,
I was up at
he gets
3:30
sausages
today.
in our
Yeah.
lighting.
Perfect.
This is how
Okay?
exciting.
Ro-
yes.
Ro- Ronnie's cut off.
Ronnie throws his breakfast on the lighting equipment, but
Yeah.
he's the
There's a-
only
there's a
guy
good-
that
there's
will
a good
work
pick there
for this wage.
from last week there up online.
But yeah, I was up at 3:30. Can you believe it? What type? I used to make fun of my dad for this, and now I'm my dad. And my dad makes fun of me. He goes, I slept in at 11 a.m. Klompy, he tells me. He calls me Klompy or Klomper. He's retired. Now now it's turned. The wheels have turned, so I'm not that exciting.
Not getting up early to go fishing?
Fishing.
Yeah, helping
You know what?
teething with Hudson.
Yeah, oh yeah, I got
He's still
babies
cutting
in
some
Oh,
teeth,
right.
eh?
Right.
Yeah.
Tons of babies popping out there. I don't know what's going on here. There's no more wine allowed in my house, by the way. That's it with these babies. No, we're having a good time. Another thing we laughed at today. Did I tell this story already about Aiden on his
No,
trip?
you did. You
Before-
told us,
before
but
the
you haven't
show.
told the World Wide
So,
Web yet. Let's
we were
tell.
chatting about Wonderland, and you know, you sort of feel it after the trip a little bit as you get a little bit older. But it's still an amazing time. But my son's in Toronto right now for his grade 8 graduation. Toronto.
Yeah,
trip.
they left today.
They left today. So my daughter, who's living on her own, she's 24 in Sudbury, happened to be in Toronto, and she messaged me like, "Did did you kick Aiden out of the house? Is he a runaway?
Like, what are the chances that she runs into
goes,
Aiden?
I'm at Vaughan Mills, and I swear to God, I
Right?
saw Aiden down there.
Well, yeah, and then prove there.
Yeah, I kicked him out.
She sent
He
a selfie back up there. Yeah,
Yeah,
she ran
yeah.
into him out of all places, right?
But they're on their grade 8 Toronto trip, which is awesome. It's still going on.
Yeah.
Pretty fun stuff.
Yeah.
So you're going to come to Wonderland with us now?
Sure.
Yes. Lock it. Do you like the roller coasters?
I'm scared of them.
No, don't be scared of the
Last time
roller
I went on
coasters.
one was on my grade 8 Toronto.
Who you're used to, Elena got married. And if you remember anything about Eminem, is that his natural by birth daughter is Haley, but Elena he adopted when she was just a baby girl. So do you feel old? This is the question I have out there, Kinsman. Do you feel old that Eminem is out there with his daughter's wedding? Because we know Eminem is the young kid with the blonde hair, pal. I don't know what's going on here. It's a wild world, dude. Eminem celebrating this awesome wedding with his daughter. I feel old. The Slim Shady. He's the old Shady now, pal. The old Shady, I'm going to tell you. Mr. Eminem. I love it. Are you a fan of Eminem, Kinsman?
I'm a fan of Eminem, and he always looks like he's the deer in the headlight routine every time he's in a photo. But how about this? I'm loving Eminem, loving this kid. We actually ran into him at the Climb and Fun Foam Party. National Foam Party Day was yesterday, and again, Climb and Fun. We were down at Roy Nicholson Park and ran into this guy, 11-year-old Brady Roy, who's cutting his hair for cancer on Monday. Look at that donation total. Way back before he sent us a message looking for some help, he was trying to get to $1,000 in donations. He hit $1,210. And his mom, Tammy Leroy, is inviting us to the cut Monday. We're going to join Brady and watch him cut his locks for kids' cancer. And again, Brady last night wanted to send out a message on this show to him today. A big thank you to all who sent in a donation. Big thank you. And again, you can watch the cut live Monday morning live from our KINZ and KLOMP Facebook page and all our social media sites. It's going to be a lot of fun. And again, Brady Roy.
All right, Kinsman, I have a question for you. You just started watching movies, okay? And you just started watching television shows. But I went to IMDb, it's the Internet Movie Database, and they listed the top rated television shows and or movies at all time. So to me, I'm a Titanic guy. You know, Jack should have survived. The piece of wood there, Rose let him go. But can you believe it that Titanic is not on the list, Kinsman? I'm totally shocked. The number one rated movie or television show at all time, get this, is on my top 5, is Shawshank Redemption. Number 1. It almost has a perfect, absolutely perfect 100-meter rating score in IMDb, which is absolutely unheard of. But creeping in this year is the brand new Spider-Verse movie. I think that's already hit number 3, which is incredible. Topping off with The Sopranos for a television show and The Godfather 2. It's pretty rare that you get a sequel, Kinsman, that's on the top list. Over to you, pal.
That's right. The Color It Up Fun Run. We welcome Brittany Robert. She was on the show this week from the Seizure and Brain Injury Center in the city. She is the new executive director. This is her first crack at the Color It Up Run. Now, don't get too freaked out by the word run. She was on the show saying, you know what, they're going to change it to the Color It Up vent. And, because people say, I don't want to walk, I don't want to run. You just come out and show your support. And again, this happens on Saturday. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. registration at Gillies Lake. And it's going to be a great day weather-wise. You know what? It rained all week. It's going to be nice and sunny tomorrow. And again, the Color It Up Fun Run, whichever way you slice it, wear a white shirt. When you register, you'll get your shirt, you'll get some sunglasses. Then you walk Gillies Lake. And there's going to be various color stations, and you get tie-dyed as you go. And it's a lot of fun. If you missed it last year, this is our second year being a part of it. We're going to have some fun.
All right there, Kinsman, back over to me. Now, I'm going to make sure this is our first time doing it with this slide transition. But you know who this is. Ronnie didn't know who this was. Absolutely ridiculous. This here is Kanye West. Now, Kanye was a superstar when he was a hustler and grinder. But lately, Kanye West is an absolute disaster. So he just celebrated his birthday, Kinsman. This reminds me of something you would probably do. But he celebrated his birthday the only way Kanye West knows how. He had a sushi bar, but he didn't go down to Osaka there, Kinsman. You know what he did? He ate sushi off a naked woman, right? Is this your type of party, Kinsman?
Not going to be happening. No, I don't think Tracy would approve of that.
Tracy wouldn't approve of that,
No.
but Kanye West had a whole bunch of celebrities there. He's known for his wacky fashion. I think his music's gone completely downhill, but nonetheless, first 2 albums were pretty dope, as they say in the rap scene. But Kanye West eating sushi off a naked woman, pal.
And I like Kanye when he was the Asante Goo. Remember, he was like a character on the keyboard for his name. And how about this? I love these guys, the duo, the hottest country duo from Matheson, right there. Good old Rosewood Ave, and guess what? They are being played down under. Have you seen this news? Country Thunder Australia has had them and added them to their recent list of ads this week in Australia. And again, if you go to the vote, I hope you do, Country Australia, thunderaustralia.com.au. We can vote every single day to get Good Old Days. You can see it circled there on the thumbnail to the top of the list. And again, yeah, Country Thunder Australia. Always was told that Australians love the Canadians. They love our music. They love our accent. And again, they're loving Rosewood Avenue, who cracked the Country Thunder Australia charts this week. And also, we're going to see them at Rock on the River, part of the Country Night, coming up June 21st.
All right, Kinsman, time for another camera switch, and you're about to cry here, pal. Phil Kessel. You remember Phil Kessel used to play for the Leafs. The Toronto media said he could never win. They said he's too busy mowing on hot dogs and hamburgers, and he was not an elite athlete. So when he won his third, yes, Kinsman, his third Stanley Cup with Vegas just a couple days ago, he did a shot at the Toronto media saying, remember when I cannot win? Phil Kessel only played 4 games in the Stanley Cup. He was a healthy scratch after, but his name's been on there 3 times. They said he couldn't win in Toronto, but he's gone to win 2 cups with the Penguins, now 1 with the Vegas Golden Knights, pal. So this is telling me the problem ain't the players. Maybe it's the fans like you, Kinsman. Maybe it's the management. But Phil Kessel, his 3rd Stanley Cup. I know you're disappointed. I could see you beside me. You're shedding a little tear thinking that Phil Kessel is a champion and you have absolutely no rings, Kinsman.
No rings, but we love Phil, and again, he's got a lot of smack to be talking that and not even suiting it up at all in that final. And how about this? Suiting it up for some free mini putt, June 24th. This is coming up next Saturday. You want to mark this date off on the calendar, 11 to 2, mini putt and batting cages. We love Don Marcoux. We love the mini putt and batting cages, and again, we love Dare Timmins. Every month that they've been signed on with us, they have a free event for kids, and this is going to be the next one. Again, free swag, and if you get there right at 11 o'clock, the first 100 kids will play mini putt for free. We're going to be there. We'll even drag Ronnie. Maybe his video bike will be there at Hollinger Park as well. And again, if you've never been, it's an easy game to play. And again, you don't even have to be good to play because we're terrible at it. We're going to be handing out some prizes as well. That's Saturday. We hope to see you there again next Saturday, 11 to 2. And a big thumbs up to Dare Timmins, always providing free fun here in the community.
All right, Kinsman, you're not the only one that can brag about local events here. And I got something for you, pal. On Saturday, this Saturday, what did we got here? July the 8th. You know the Northern Ontario Expo, the good folks that bring you Timmins Con and the Timmins Expo? Well, they're going to be doing a showing of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yes, the sequel. I haven't seen it. Shame on me. But I'm going to see it on Saturday, July the 8th. Admission, 2 non-perishable food items. Everything goes to the Timmins Food Bank. Now, here's the kicker. All the Sonic characters are going to be there. You know, Tails and Knuckles and Sonic, they're going to be there. We're going to be there, Kinsman. We're going to be doing some introduction. But you can get into the movies. It's going to be a family, super fun event with all your Sonic characters, watching Sonic 2, giving back to the Timmins Food Bank. And I don't know, you Kinsman, but you owe me like 3 bags of popcorn at the movie theater. So I'm going to make sure I drag you in there and make sure everything at the Northern Ontario Expo goes super well, pal.
Yes, and thumbs up to Rick Young. We love him over there at the Timmins Food Bank. Always doing wondrous work here in our community. And how about this? Mark this off for next Wednesday. It's National Indigenous Peoples Day, Hollinger Park. Fingers crossed it's going to be a great day weather-wise for this. And they also have a socks and undies drive happening that day as well. But it all begins at 5:30 a.m. with the sunrise ceremony and the lighting of the sacred fire. And then they've got traditional fun, songs and dance and drumming from 11 to 7. It's a whole jam-packed day at Hollinger Park next Wednesday. And again, even starts at 12 noon. At 12 noon, they've got the opening remarks and again, the opening prayer. Again, we'll be down there. We'll be down there as well for that Socks and Undies drive. And they do encourage, when you come on down there, bring some new socks and undies for the donation drive. And again, it's National Indigenous Peoples Day, June 21st. That's next Wednesday at Hollinger Park. We love it.
All right, Kinsman, you notice I have no notes and you have notes. So that means I went to bed early and did my homework. But this is called the Messi effect. You don't watch soccer, or as we call football, but let me teach you something about Lionel Messi. He just signed with the MLS, which is Major League Soccer. We actually have a team in Toronto, but most of them are American-based. When he signed with that team in Miami, they went from like a couple million social media followers to oversee every single professional team, NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, and all of North America. Their tickets, their average ticket per game went from $28 to $2,000 just by signing Messi. Football is humongous, my friend, 100 times more popular than hockey, the world's greatest sport. I'm a Man City fan. We just won the Champions League. And let me tell you, if you get a chance to see Lionel Messi play, you're in for something. Plus, we're hosting the World Cup in 2026. But the Lionel Messi effect can make it or break it.
And you know what we're hosting? Rock on the River 2023. Who's got a ticket for this amazing weekend? ROTR.ca. Go there now. The country night on Friday, July 21st. Dallas Smith, if you listen to your country music at, Country 93.1 here in the city. Dallas Smith is a regular on their airplay. How about the Rec Lodge? You've got Rosewood Ave, the James Barker Band. It's going to be a great night. Now, Papa Roach on the Rock Night on Saturday, July 22nd. You can get there and check them all out. It's going to be a great, great night. And again, and a great weekend. We're going to be doing some social media coverage on both Friday and the Saturday throughout the stands and the fans. We're going to do the fan perspective. And again, if you haven't got your tickets yet, what are you waiting for? ROTR.ca. And of course, it's going to be a lot of fun at Hollinger Park.
All right there, Kinsman. Now I'm going to slide it. I'm watching you over there and getting distracted because it looks like you're trying to give that PowerPoint presentation a smooch. What do you want to give it a kiss there, Kinsman? Practice your blocking. Okay. But here's you always hear about crazy or dumb criminals. Here's a guy, I think he was involved in a robbery or assault of some sort. The police posted his mugshot, and what did he do? He didn't like it, Kinsman. He didn't like it. He shares the post. He shares the post bragging that he committed this crime across social media, and the cops found him in about 5 or 6 seconds. Now, Kinsman, if you're going to rob my wallet at night and I put out a police report, are you going to share the post? Do you care about that much social media attention to go to jail? Well, this fellow here, pal, this fellow, I'm looking over at you, did exactly that. And Sean says he has his tickets for Rock on the River. But Sean's a lot smarter than this individual right here who got busted for sharing his fame.
That's right. I don't know if I go that far into complaining about my mugshot on social media. But how about this? First aid for your canine. Now, if medical distress happened for your canine, your four-legged fur child, would you know what to do? And if the answer is no, don't you worry, because guess what? Southern Alberta Canine coming into the city. In fact, they're in town today. Now, there's a session, 2 sessions, one in Timmins, where Lisa and her crew are going to teach you first aid and how to respond accordingly when your dog goes into medical distress. And the dog gym tomorrow, Saturday, from 10 to 5. There's a session there. And they also have one in Swastika happening today, also from 10 to 5. And you can log on to southernabcaninefirstaid.ca for more detail / book a class if you want to get into the Timmins class, or if you're in the swastika area, you're going to take part in that class. And again, welcoming, Lisa and her crew at the Ontario Besser Shepherds, who are up in swastika right now, getting set for today's show. And again, it's $159 plus your HST per person. And again, you can register now. Maybe you can, do the good old QR code and get yourself in for some first aid training for your pets.
I'm gonna flip it over to me, pal. Continue on with that. Do you think you'd be able to give my Great Danes some first aid training?
I don't know.
Really be able to help them
the
out
answer is not too many people know how to do, fall into the first aid category when your dog falls into medical distress. And again, the Southern Alberta canines are going to help you out today. And again, they're at 5140 Ontario in Swastika, Unit 112, today from 10 to 5. And again, we welcome Lisa and her crew, to the city. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's right, Kinsman. And I don't know, pal, if you'd be able to help out. I think you need to both go to this class. The Timmins one's on the 17th. Okay, so here's a story for you, pal. So there's this dad in Belgium that wanted to teach his family and his friends about appreciation of life. And he thought people had just disrespected him his whole life. And he thought, listen, would they miss me when I'm gone? So what they did, and get this, he faked his own funeral. So they had the obituary, they had the funeral, they had the burial. And right when that was about to conclude, he flew in, I believe, on a helicopter. And boom, he's alive. He did that to teach his family that love people while they are alive. Now, the question I have for you, Kinsman, you going to miss me if I was gone? I don't know. Because maybe I'll have to pull a fake funeral on you to teach you.
It's contest. Who can dance the best?
Or the silliest.
Or the silliest. Or the foamiest.
But we're going to get an expert here to help us judge dancing there, Kinsman.
We got some face painting going on here too.
Oh, hello. How are you? Look at you must be super strong to carry all that foam. You got a great beard.
Look at your beard, yes.
I can't even grow a beard, really. We're going to have a good dance-off right there, I think.
Good dance-off. Lots of fun. Again, climate fun here. Celebrating National Foam Party Day.
Yeah. Pascal says Gangnam Style. Whoa, look, yeah, he's got the big pile. DJ Austin.
All right, DJ Austin spinning the tunes here.
Why don't you go grab us
another prize?
T-shirt and a hat, maybe. A T-shirt, a hat, and a candy. Saying Kinsman's going to do some work. By the way, these are the amazing folks over there. Hello, Mel. With the prizes. Amazing community sponsors coming through to make it National Foam Party Day, the first ever here in Timmins. An awesome event. Everyone's doing good over there? Hello, everyone. We're going to have a dance contest. Moms, dads. I think we should do the mums and dads in this one. I really think we should.
All right. We're back here. Picked up some pride. We got more freeze-dried. We got some hats and a T-shirt.
I think we get the mums and dads involved in this one, Kinsman.
We're going to get the three best dancers when the music stops. Going to be dancing for some free swag. We've got Sweet Freeze, got a Climb Fun hat, Foam Party, National Foam Party Day shirt coming up. So we're going to be doing a dance-off. So if you guys want to get out there, you can go. You can dance in partners. Yes, you can. There's no rules. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook. It's on Instagram, Twitter. We're going to get DJ Austin to pick the song for us. Okay? You're getting ready to dance. We're going to be doing a dance-off, a foam dance-off. Just waiting for DJ Austin to pick the tune. We got KLOMP over there. We've got the prizes. We're going to be doing the dance-off in a few minutes there.
Do we get to pick up those?
No, I've got the prizes here. Got Sweet Freeze, some more candy. We've got a hat and a National Foam Party Day T-shirt from Climb Fun.
Now, the first one we're going to do, Kinsman, as we're talking into the national foam. We're going to do the mums and dads first.
Okay.
To win a hat. Mums versus dads.
Moms and dads.
And I see a mom over there that's probably going to dance. Ready to dance. Okay. And we're going to have the kids judge them.
Okay.
All right.
I'm probably gonna pick my mom.
You're going to pick your mom? That's perfect. All right.
We're about to have a dance off with some brave mums and dads. I'm looking at Mel. She's ready to go in it. Thank you so much. See a brave dad over there. He's going to go in. There he is. Yeah.
We like your beard, yes.
There's a reason to believe again when faith is nowhere to be found. Try to find the strength to try again and stand on solid ground. You keep searching for a hero. You just want to find a friend. You just want to make a difference. Bring this battle to an end. All the words can make you stronger when you learn how to look within. 'Cause you're the hero that you're after. You are the hero, hero. You are the hero, hero. You are the hero, hero. You are the hero. Have you ever wanted peace? To feel the freedom of release, whispered quietly, but now it's time to scream. 'Cause mercy triumphs over judgment. Light will always shine in darkness. Ooh, and you won't get the best of me. There's a reason to believe again and stand on solid ground. Yeah. You keep searching for a hero. You just want to find a friend. You just want to make a difference. Bring this battle to an end. All the words can make you stronger